Hey guys, I went ahead and got a brand new setup, kind of brand new. I just changed some things around. Hopefully the quality is a lot better. But today we're going to be doing a movie review for the movie Deliver Us that just came out on September 29th. I really liked it. It's a shame that no one's talking about this movie, so let's go ahead and talk about it. So like I said, it came out on September 29th, about 2 weeks ago. No one's talking about it. It is 1 hour and 43 minutes long. If I wasn't to have seen like the company logo at the beginning of the movie saying that it was distributed by Magnet, it's also made by World Fair Pictures, World Fair Films, whichever one you want to call it. But if I wouldn't have seen that, I would have assumed it was A24 because this is a very A24 type of movie. Everyone knows that A24 loves symbolism and nudity. That's like hand in hand. That's peanut butter and jelly for like A24 films. I know this isn't A24, but if you watch the movie, you'll definitely get that kind of vibe. There's boobs, there's penises, there's all kinds of nudity in this movie. Tons of symbolism. Like there's so much. Sometimes I feel like it was kind of hard to put it all together because there was so much like symbolism. But the synopsis, long story short, the synopsis is this nun gets pregnant and she is a virgin, so she says. And so every like the church thinks that that is like weird. It's supposed to be like a prophecy, and so they go to investigate her and the babies. They end up saying that one is the Messiah, one is the Antichrist, and they want to find out whether they should just kill both babies or whatnot. And the woman, the nun, she doesn't like that, so she goes to run away. And the church is pretty much trying to get to her. Early in the movie, there is this character named Reverend Fox. He's about to retire because he's losing his faith because a lot of the people that he has worked with, they weren't like possessed or anything like religiously wrong with them. They were just kind of like mentally sick. So he was just like kind of like maybe this is all just bullshit. So he didn't want to do it anymore. But of course, just like at I'm sure you guys' jobs, they're like, hey, can you do one more task before you leave? Just one more for me. So they want him to go investigate this woman that is pregnant with the two kids. Well, the priest ends up meeting with this woman and they end up running off to Estonia. The main character, I forget her name, but she is like rich and she goes back to the house. I'm just kind of wondering like what their plan was. If they was to like leave the kids, just let them be alive and then find out which one is the evil one and then kill that one. That's like, where do you draw the line? It's like, hey, little Sammy just talked back to me. Okay, let me go get my baseball bat. Or it's like, hey, Sammy, they didn't name these kids. I'm just kind of making this up. But yeah, they're like, hey, Sammy, go clean your room. And then the kid's like, you go clean your room. And they're like, you know what? You're the Antichrist. But anyways, they run off to Estonia. The Reverend Fox and the main character who is pregnant with the twins, they run off to Estonia because she's rich, so they run off to her house. She walks into her house. The maid is there cleaning up. She sees one dish like dirty in the sink or whatever. It's on the counter on the sink, something like that. And she's like, She's like, the cleaning lady was supposed to be here, which she was there, but something happened to the cleaning lady. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, but I just thought it was funny. I'm like, the house is not spotless, and she is like, I'm gonna write this woman up. But the movie's not really a comedy. I just took that a little bit as a comedy. It's a pretty serious movie, as A24 type of movies try to be. The synopsis is pretty simple. That's pretty much the whole movie. They run away, and then the church is after them, trying to prevent the end of the world. But it's only an hour and 42 minutes. I kind of felt like it was like an hour and 25, hour and 30 minutes. So it didn't really seem to last too long. The movie starts off super fucking crazy. You get these kills that are just like, oh, that's pretty damn cool. And then, it's kind of like Leatherface where they're like cutting their skin off. Not their face, but still, like it was pretty intense watching someone get carved like a turkey. And then after that big opening scene, you kind of just get into the setup, and then there's some dialogue about what they want to do, whether it's their own beliefs that they should follow or their religious beliefs. And then, the church starts to catch up to them, and then that's when the third act comes in, which is the big finale, because probably like the last 30-40 minutes of this movie is pretty damn crazy. There's a pretty decent kill count. The kills in it are really brutal. Like, there is no mercy in some of these scenes, which I really love that. This movie has amazing visuals. The cinematography is great. Like, even if the movie wasn't that good, you would still have something really nice to look at. Like, a photographer is just out there in the wild filming. I love the snow, the scenery. The acting in this movie was awesome. Everyone did their part. I have absolutely no complaints. Everyone seemed believable. I saw that some people didn't really care for the script, but I like the script. It is a little bit complicated, I would say, because of all the symbolism. And if you're not a religious person, you probably don't know the connection of A to B, which I kind of didn't because I'm not religious. But I just enjoyed the movie for what it was. If I had to rate this movie, I'd probably give it like a 7, maybe a 7.5 out of 10. The only people I feel like that aren't going to like these movies is ones that don't like A24 movies, or they just, hate on this movie and that movie, this movie, that movie. I feel like a lot of horror fans just love talking shit, even though they say they're horror fans. I'm like, you're actually not, because you hate more movies than you actually like. This movie is streaming everywhere. Amazon, YouTube, blah, blah, blah. For like $7, I would definitely say that's worth it if you want to see it. Or go ahead and stream it for free on some site. But if you do that, you better pick it up on physical when that comes out. You got to support these movies so they can keep making movies. But that's going to do it for this video. If you guys like the review and you're still watching, go ahead and please like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. I do movie reviews and unboxing all the time. Just fact, the next video is going to be unboxings of these bobbleheads. Super excited to open them up and put them with the rest of my collection. Thanks, guys. Bye.